How do I build something that is a premium that I can charge a lot of money for, but that actually doesn't actually require me to sell more of my time or my team's time to make money? So we decided to pivot to what? To selling the actual systems and the VAs into companies. We would literally build the teams, build the playbooks, and plug them into the client companies. Pivoting from a retainer model to instead a model where we get paid up front. I hit $500,000 a month 12 months later, right? And the reason why this was possible is because every client was worth 10 grand, 12 grand, 15 grand upfront. Okay. Ended up taking home $250,000 a month every month after that. And ever since I've been fascinated by this one thing, like you can have all the growth you dream of, but it will cost you your current self and situation, right? It's really hard to fathom that you can go from 30K your job to literally 2 years later, start making, millions, $5, $7 million a year. So even with all the hype, I still didn't understand something, which is why are all the governments so focused on AI right now? As you guys just saw, Anthropic and the government, the Department of War, literally just had a moment because Anthropic doesn't want to let them use it for war, right? Like how insane is this technology that even the governments depend on it now for war, right? And I was like, this is crazy. Like it's getting too big. And then you have China who's deciding to stop buying chips from everybody else. They only want to build and manufacture their own chips. And then you have all the venture capitalists who are pouring all their money into AI ventures from all the stacks of the layers of the stack, right? Then you have people getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars because they're researchers in the AI space. And the most valuable company being NVIDIA. And the thing that's interesting about NVIDIA is that NVIDIA did not make most, it doesn't generate the most profit or the most money per year, right? But how come it's the most valuable company? It's because the way that companies are valued, it's your current cash flow, but the predictability of your future cash flow, right? So if I believe that you're going to be making a lot more money in the future, then your value is actually greater than a company that might be making more money today, right? And NVIDIA being the company that builds these chips, it is literally the foundation of this technology. And if you would reason that this is going to be a technology that's going to impact every sector of the world, and then you have a company that's building that layer, that infrastructure, then how much is that company worth? It's worth everything, right? So I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. So after we built all these companies, we started then paying attention to, um, okay, is the goal just to build an AI company, or is the goal to go a little bit deeper? Like these guys are not worth 5 billion because they're running AI agencies. That's not the point, right? And I want to show you guys what we ended up building, which led us to this moment. But before I show you the first version of what we built, I want to explain to you guys what was the thought process behind the first product we built. Okay. So we've probably worked with 1,500 entrepreneurs, and I've studied a lot of success and failure. And the companies that end up doing $1 million a month or more, or even just hitting their first million, they do it because of one thing, is because they quit whatever is getting them stuck and they enter a vehicle that has more leverage in one or all of these three areas. What are the three areas? How do you acquire attention, trust, and clients? Do you have to cold call people? Do you have to spend all your money on ads? Do you have to like cold email people? Right? Or do you have a way to acquire attention that literally doesn't cost you anything? The second thing is, how do you price your services? Are you start charging $1,000 a month, 2 grand a month, or can you charge 20 grand? And then last but not least is how they fulfill.